All right, night moves. If you've gone through the first video, you should have the meat and potatoes of it. Basically, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 starting again. If you haven't got through that, check out video 1 first. This is part 2 of video 1. Basically, for that progression there to start the song, the intro, we would do that 2 times through. And then we start a verse for 2 more times while he's singing. And then we go back to intro again, but only 1 time. And then we start verse 2, and it goes through that same progression again. Then it starts it again and goes through it, but the second time around, we don't end going to the G. We end actually going to the chorus, which starts on E minor. So I'm going to come out of verse 2. I'm going to say that we went through the first time of verse 2 using the same progression as the intro. And we're going to come out of verse 2, and it's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 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 3, and 4, and 1. All right, so let's work on the ending of verse 2. I would start it on the C chord, and I would try to work it through something like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Something a little slower, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 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 3, 4. Intro again. All right, so then we go back to the intro again. I would like to do a little play along just through verse 2 for you guys to play along once you get the idea. So we'll do that on the next video. So now we're coming out of the first chorus back to the intro. We're going to do the intro 2 times. Then we're going to do verse 3 again, using the first ending for 3 times. So we got to go through basically the intro 3 times, but he's singing. And on the 4th time, we go to the second ending. So basically, the 3rd verse is 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 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 2, and 3. So we're starting again there. And verse 3 would be 3 times. Now we're coming out of verse 3 to get into the chorus, and we're going to use the second ending, the part that we just worked on. So we get this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, 2, 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 3, and 4, and. Notice how the chord changes are on the and on the chorus. And to get to the chorus, we have to get this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. I even like hitting the C chord on the and. I wrote it on the chart on beat 1, but it's pushed onto the and. So we get this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 4, and that's 2 times, 3, and 4, and now we're going to end it, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. right, from there we're going to get into the break. So basically we've come all the way down the first chart into the second chorus, doing the intro 2 times, verse going through 2 times, intro, back to the intro for only 1 time, verse 2, repeating 2 times with a different second ending, going into the chorus, playing the chorus through, and then we get to this break. The break I will put on the next video. I still want to kind of just do a playthrough with the verse 2 second ending. So I'll do a count in this time and you can try to play along with it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. One more time. 1. And if that's too fast, again, use the gear to slow the speed down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Here we go. And 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and. Great way to try to get through that. Again, let's try it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1. Cool thing about going to the E minor off the C chord is you get this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and you don't have to wait for your pick, because your E minor chord is basically these bottom 3 strings. As long as those fingers are there just as you catch the 4th string, because it is a pretty fast song. So we get this 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and a nice sweep up. You know, let your pick kind of bounce off the strings. Think you're kind of sweeping the dust off the strings. Whether you're going down or up, it should kind of be in a circular motion. I notice when I strum, my thumb's bent that way going down, and when I come up, it bends that way. So I'm always on the side of the pick. I'm never on the flat part of the pick. And that's why you can see this pick no longer has a tip on it. It's actually worn right out. So that's why I got a bag of picks here for when I play my electric. We can do sweeps a lot easier when it's a nice shaped pick. I don't know if I have one. I'm burning them all out very fast. But yeah, if you're holding your pick right, it would come down on the side, but not cutting the strings. More like a 45. You could think of it as pointing to the corner of the neck. The side of the pick would point to the corner of the neck, or you could think of it as as long as your knuckles bent that way, it's going to sit on there right, and you don't have a whole bunch of pick sticking out. You just need a little bit. And then you come down and practice sweeps like that if you're having a hard time. Everything's practice, but proper practice. People always say practice makes perfect, and I've seen some practicing things that aren't going to make you perfect. It's all in how you go about playing an instrument. Timing is very important. Clear chords is very important. How we hold our pick, how we emphasize different strums. So again, we'll take that ending a couple more times, and then I will do one more video on the break, coming out of like the chorus, the second chorus, into the break to the end of the song, because there's a lot to cover. All right, so coming out of this one here again, verse 2 goes through as normal 1 time, like the intro, and then the second time we end with a different ending. So basically we're going to work the second time through with the second ending, and I'm going to do a count-in again. If you want to work on it, shut the video off, come back, and then you can do a play along with this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Now again, I would try to get to the C on that. I made it a little easier so it's on beat 1, but it kind of sounds like it's throwing the song off. So if we get this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 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 1. So everything falls on the and after that. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Even though the chart's showing you beat 1 for the E minor when you come back, it's actually on the and. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise it sounds like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 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 1. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I should be on the C chord by that and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Last time. And 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back into the basically the meat and potatoes of the song, the intro. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 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 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Now we're into a bit of a break, changing there. And we'll go through that part on the next video. All right, I hope that helps you get through the intro verse into the chorus and the start of the break coming out of the, the start of the break, and then we're into a new section of the break. All right, and then we come, it really ends back at the chorus, so we're almost there, guys. Keep working on it. It's a great song. I learned it many, many years ago when it first came out. I was young then, and yeah, it was one of my favorite songs. So I hope you guys all love it too, and we'll see you again shortly. Bye for now.